Hello and welcome to episode 4 of our Midlands map. I almost said East Coast Mainline. For the fourth time. I've got to get out of that habit. It's been ages ago since we did that. But anyway, I digress. Here we are. This is the lovely viaduct that I promised I would build before this episode began. And I'm happy with it. It has turned out better than I thought. I also learned a new trick to make sure that our arches don't all go on the slant when you've got an incline. Such as this. What do you reckon, guys? Not too bad, right? Now, my brain had a moment while I was testing some stuff earlier. Is that only 3 tracks? Yes, it is. I had a bit of a panic then. It is 3 tracks. I will tell you about that brain moment in a second. Let's bring up this. Now, if we go to our track tools here, we are going to do something. That's brilliant. We are going to do something like this shortly. But what I used is these on the slope, and then these kind of sit under there. And maybe just about see where they work. And that's how you can get these. You put these flat under the track a bit lower, and then use these sections on a tilt so that you can keep your arches all straight. Now, time for an apology. Yes, I was experimenting, and normally when I experiment, I mean, it looks good, right? But it was supposed to be today's episode for about the first 30 minutes. And it didn't quite look like this when I saved it. But I saved over the main series rather than on the test save. So I kind of committed to the series, and I didn't mean to. I do apologise. It's not all bad though, guys, because what it does mean is we can move on to something else, and we'll finish this area slightly quicker than scheduled, providing I stop waffling. Like I said, we've got Freightliner, big yard coming in here. This is what this track is. We needed this here anyway to figure out our height difference. This is supposed to go under this track as it winds off that way. Might not happen. A bit high. I think that would be a bit silly. So what I might do is we'll have an imaginary bridge there instead. Today, we're going to be doing this. This is all going to be ripped down, and we're going to make another one of these, but a slightly different one, as I need this and this to be the one thing. Yes, just one viaduct with a separation like that. I think it should work. That was the whole point of that, to see whether I could do something snazzy down here. So that's the plan. That was supposed to be the plan over here, this junction. For those of you who have missed the Google Maps comparison, let's just zoom out. We have this in now. We're going to go and take a look at what we've just done. All of this, and Snow Hill kind of, and all of this junction, and Duddeston up there. There we go. Have you missed this? I know I have. So, this is what we just did. Now, as you can tell, we don't quite have the room to fit everything in. If we zoom into this junction right here, look how smooth much smoother. This is Grand Junction. That was, I can never, Proof House. There we go, I remembered. And this is Gloucester Junction. Over here, that I did myself. Here is our Freightliner yard. Look at it. Massive. I want us to get a lot of this done if possible. I mean, I just want us to represent it as good as possible. Basically, it's going to be, my idea is depots down here, truck depots and stuff, and a big train depot here. We'll probably do something with this one as well. And we've got another station, which is a long way away, I believe. What we're doing today, or trying to recreate, This is what we couldn't do last series. We'll just zoom in like this and then look at this. Isn't that cool? Now we get to see it properly. There's, over there in the distance, is what I recreated. I know you're going to say, well, these two roads are separate, but at our scale, they probably would be together. And they are two dual carriageways. So, this is the area we're going to have to try and replicate somehow. As you see, it comes up from there. There's the West Coast Main Line going into New Street over there. And then we'll do this fancy stuff here. I guess if we bring the disused track down as perhaps ballast, maybe, and just continue it down, that will give us a bit more to play with down here. There's a bigger tunnel too. That's it, guys. This is the plan for today. Enough waffling. There we go. Can you see what I was aiming for there? I mean, yeah, the scale's not quite right, but I think it represents the junction quite well. The two junctions we've got going on there. I mean, obviously it's going to be a bit different. Let's get on. Enough waffle, grand. Let's do some building. How are we going to do this? See, I'm not prepared now because this wasn't supposed to be this first. We're going to have to figure out how we do this and how much we actually want. I think we shouldn't go crazy. That's for sure, because this bit will be tricky and we need some trees down here. So that would be nice. We've got this bit of road here, but it's not really going to matter. So all we need to do, no, that's the wrong one. All we need to do, we need to dump this all down. Just here. Flatten it out. Put it on high. Probably a bit more. Let's look down. There we go. Because we really, really, really need to make this a viaduct. That's for sure. And this should work. That should be enough height. And then we can sort the rest out once we've got the struts in. Because there are struts here. They're invisible though. When you use this. There are still legs here, unfortunately. Okay, that's good. I mean, this should just work. That's what I'm hoping. Famous last words. Too much slope? How is that too much slope? What did I do wrong there? Try that. No, it is too much slope. What's gone wrong? Oh, I guess because of the weirdness going on here. Let's take it back a bit. Let's cut this little edge away. We'll make it look better soon. We don't want to encroach on our road once we get there. There we go. We'll change that to that. And this is what we're going to be working with, this section here. Quite a big section. I think we can still get our road under. So we'll put that in place. Now, should we attempt this? I mean, because here's my thinking, right? If we do send ballast down there, it might help us create a cool looking viaduct, right? Providing this works here. Which, you know what? It might do it. And we'll take it up to there. And it kind of does that, right? We'll just leave it there like that. There we go. So we'll have kind of the disused track thing going there. I mean, we could kind of get a bit carried away, right? The problem is when I've not thought of things. Oh, I could have... What am I doing? You could have just upgraded it, Grand. Silly man. Anyway. Done now. Do that. Bit of disused track in the middle. You get the idea. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. That's pretty cool. There you go. We know what that is now. It's just a bit of disused track. Now, let's get our road under. Watch this not work. This is why I test things sometimes. I only really test things that I feel might be a little on the challenging side. You know what I mean? See, we got to find where these struts are. Okay, well, there is an angle here we can get away with. That works. Can we even go? We can't go up, obviously. But take it, Grand. Take it. That works. There it is. The legs are in the same place. That's beautiful. Alright. Smooth some of this out. This is going to be like bushes and stuff down here. I mean, we can just put those in, right? And a few trees. Yeah, this wouldn't have been till the second half of the episode. Doing this. Kind of glad. In the immortal words of Bob Ross, it was a happy little accident over there. I will I will not do it again, though. Or I'll try not to do it again. I'll be a little bit more conscious of what I'm doing when I'm saving. I got carried away, you see. I'm like, oh, that turned out amazing. Save. And then I'm like, what are you doing? That's like, it could have been worse, right? Could have just, like, dumped the lot. Now this side, we can, I don't know how high this is going to be. We'll leave this bit just here, but we'll do this. We'll get this looking like a viaduct of sorts. Because it is there, and it needs to happen. Now hopefully, the slope isn't too disastrous. Now what I'll do is I'll try and edit out me selecting a billion different things. But you see here, you see that angle would have to go with. Now, you'd be saying, well, the easy thing is just give it a slope until it matches. Which, you know, hang on. We'll get it the right width. I'll show you another little trick I do. Now, I've learned some things just from messing around. I've not actually watched anyone make viaducts before. Look, that's sloping the wrong way. But compared to my last series, if you're new to the series, I had a moment in one of my episodes where it took far too long to build a viaduct. And I should have done what I'm about to show you, which is, well, you know which ones I love, right? It's, oh, this one needs to be the bridge, regardless. Look how slopey that is. I'm a bit worried this would be too wide, and we might have to do something different. Obviously Gothic, this one. We need to change the width to get it over this road. It's going to be quite wide, so I'm a bit worried about how much slope we've got to play with. We might need 2 roads at this rate in order to get this to work. That's probably why I like it in real life, because it's at an angle and that's as wide as we can go, which isn't going to work. And the variant is just length. So, new plan. Oh, do you know what I'm doing? I'm doing the width. Look how fat it is. Yeah, let's edit that out, shall we? No, I'll probably leave it in, won't I? Anyway, we do want to change this width. And it wants to be double track. We do it like this. And then you adjust the distance from track center, you see. You get it like wherever you want. And it makes it kind of cool. Might be down here actually, because it's a bit... There we go. Yeah, so you go with these lower ones. And you can just do them in one chunk. Look at that. Anyway, let's do the length this time instead of the width. Like a silly sausage. It might still not work because of the too much slope artistically. I'll show you the why you don't want slope on the other things once this is in. Or I'm tempted to do 2 roads, but we'll see how this looks. So we need to get this one side touching that bit of track, but not intersecting. This is going to be trickier than I thought. Although, not really. So it's kind of too wide. I'm going to settle with that. This is the faffing about you all asked for. That kind of works. I think we can do that. It needs to be a little lower. because I think that will show through, and I don't want it showing through. How do you lower the height exactly? Special floor height. -5, is it? Yes, there we go. So we go -5 and then bring it up until it's not sticking through. That's a long way off. We're probably going to need meters, aren't we? Yep. Definitely meters. Oh, yeah, because that's -5 meters. So we don't want that. We want 4 meters and something. Alright, so I think we got our height right there. By adjusting these. Once I've done this once, I'll we'll skip all this faffing around and we'll just get going. I want to show you what's involved to get this looking right. Let's get this hopefully in the right place first time and then see what we're playing with. That seems to work just fine. We don't mind it encroaching the pavement. I mean, I would rather it didn't. Let's move it forward a bit. We could go a bit wider, right? A bit longer. Give us a bit more room. But I don't want to have too much of it. That works. It's only on the pavement a little bit. Look at that. I think that will do it. So, that's that. And you just have it straight like this. And then after that, we're going with these. But they'll be like there instead. Everything's going to be flat. We don't want any length on them though. We want these quite small because we've got a curved track. And we're going to be encroaching on that too. So we need them. This is going to be tougher than I thought. Oh no, no. We might get away with it. We might get away with it. Let's go round and just see. Forget the gap for a moment. That is supposed to be there. Oh, but there. No, that doesn't matter. We'll leave that like that. Okay, so we'll keep going round. It'll look a bit weird for now. But I think we can get away with it. Yep, okay. Gonna keep going around like this. No, what are you doing, Grand? Just pretend none of that happened. You'll see, you know why in a second. We're supposed to have this one. Let's go round. It should just work. Fingers crossed. How's that looking? Terrible, but, you know, we'll take it. There we go. I think we've got the, like, wrong width. I'll do that again. I feel like we could get away with putting these in here too. Up to the junction, of course. I think we can get away with it. It's not looking bad, is it? There. And that's as far as we can go, folks. And it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. I kind of like that. See, we can do what we want with that now. Alright, that's not looking bad. And then we need one here. Whoops. Not there. What's that? Oh, that tickled me for some reason. Anyway, we go here. And there. I think that'll do us for arches. No, we could go here. We could go there. One more. I think that will do us for arches. How's this looking the other side? Yes. Not looking bad. Not looking bad. I don't like that you can see through the tracks underneath, but we'll take it. Okay, so that looks terrible right now. Because of all this line here. But now, what we do is we get this little guy right here. Not that one. We get that eventually. This one. And what you can hopefully do is lay this on a slope. And that will give us what we need. Obviously on the right side. It has to be that side, so it'll be the opposite slope. And this will fill in our gaps for us once we get the right amount of slope. Hopefully. That's what he's saying. Okay, we're going to need to go a little bit higher. We don't need this or that. We'll do this on here instead. We can take this right down. Should be able to take it down to 0. Is that enough? There we go. You see what you do there? Now I'm hoping... well, that hasn't turned out as good as I wanted. Don't worry. I has another idea. Is that... that looks about right. Now, we can do another one underneath. Or we could bring it up a touch. I think we're on the absolute limit. But we could bring it up a touch too. That's not going to help us, is it? I say we do that again. And go with that. And do it underneath. Just to fill in that bit. We're not going to have that issue everywhere else. Only there. This is why I test this out normally. Let's just put it in. See where we're at. You know what? It just works. Look at that. That looks kind of cool. Let's do the same here. And hopefully... beautiful. We only have it over the... oops. We only have it over the bridge though, and it just looks like bridge strengthening. That's what we're going with. There you go. I mean, it's not perfect. But it's better than what it could be. Or what it could have been if we didn't do this. Alright, then we just get rid of that. Is it that? And that. We just pop that in. Oop, nope, not there. Oh, I know what I did. Get rid of that. We got it on -5. Get rid of that. And adjust this again. Is that right? Looks about right. We don't need as much slope, do we, anymore? Drop the slope off a touch. Right, and then we just fill that in. Oh. Yeah, there's a bit more of a gap here than I would like. I just realised that was silly of me. Not to worry. Let's put this in, and I think then we can adjust it from there, because that is nice. That's in the right place. And then I'll go and do the other bit. Oh, do you know what? That's not good. See what I mean, guys? This is a bit trickier than I was expecting. So this we are going to have to pull back quite a bit. I don't mind though. We still want it that far out. So let's make it less chunky. I'm hoping when I come to edit this, I can get rid of a lot of the rubbish. And you won't get to experience the full frustration that I'm currently experiencing. Oh dear. Okay, that looks a bit better. That's the same size, so we're going to have to do it with this. But I kind of like where that's going, because we have the base there. Yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of like that. Let's adjust from track center. And hopefully... which way do we want to go here? Like full on? No, the other way. There. Like that, see? Yes. That is good. I like that. Oh, but we need to go back on the slope, right? No, we don't. No, we don't. Grand. Put them in. Is that good? Are we good so far? Oh, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Why do I feel like people in the in their living rooms are going, no, that's not beautiful, Grand. You have just spent... you should have showed us the other one, because this one is not very nice. Which I would say is a bit mean. It's what it looks like when it's done. Not now. There we go. How's that looking? Okay, we no longer need any slope, really. Let's just do that. Is that looking good now? Are we good? Can we finish this? Can we do it? Yes, we can. Oh, I like it. Turned out nice again. Yeah. I mean, that bit's a bit weird, but what happens if we then take that off? Could we fill that? Oh, do you know what we could do there? Instead of that, we could just go full on that, right? If it does the same thing. Fill that in. Look. Look. And then we got like a half. Yeah. What do you reckon? Did I redeem myself a little bit? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shift these all up a bit. We'll get going with the other side. Yeah, because that's far too low. Look at the state of that ground. What were you thinking, man? I mean, this bit worked. But what were you thinking on that bit? Silly sausage. It turned out nice, didn't it? I was a little bit worried. It's not finished yet. But once we fired up though, I mean, there's a bit of a gap there. Is it gap? No, it's not. It's the highlight underneath. So that's what it looks like that side. This side, okay. Because what we're going to do to square this off is this bit of track will overlap. There'll still be a bit of jaggies there, but not too much. And it looks like stairs. I kind of like it. Now, finishing touches on this side, because I don't know what we're doing on the other side just yet. We'll probably put the same thing. We need to put a little wall that's going to go on here. It should look good once it's done. Oh, is it dancing? We're going to have to go this way around. Oh, there we go. That kind of works. It's not sloped, is it? We need to get the slope. It's probably not quite right, is it? More of a slope than that. Quite steep round here. I think the distance from track is about right. That gives us a nice little ledge there. But we need it to be higher. We'll put that in, see how we're looking. Oh yeah, look at that. That kind of works, right? Might need to be more of a slope, actually. Just a touch. So let's put that in with a bit more of a slope and see how we're looking. Don't mind that at the end. There we go. I think we got it. Then we'll go around. I mean, it's a little tricky and a little awkward. Actually, we need to put more on. But, you know, that's about as close as we're getting it. It is what it is. I mean, we're handcrafting this. Just make sure we get it right. This is what we go through for beautification. And recreations, of course. Okay, what we got to do now? Drop some more slope. So this is my life now, and yours, since you want to see this, for the next, 3 days. I think we're only just approaching halfway of the video, though, and we've got a good chunk done of this. Kind of happy with that. Yeah, this is just going to have to keep alternating, isn't it? How much of this I'll edit out? I don't know, because it's a bit boring. I don't know, it might be relaxing. See, I find doing this relaxing. I'm not sure. Yeah, we don't need any more slope anymore. We're pretty much flattening out. I don't know about watching. Although, saying that, I do watch other people detailing and I kind of just drift away. Unless it's that bad, because that looks awful. There. What do we reckon? Not brilliant, but I mean, I like it. I like it. No, I like that. I do like that a lot. That turned out far better than I thought it was going to. I thought we'd have some problems when I started doing this at the beginning of the episode. And that's a sigh of relief. That is a sigh of relief. Now we've got to do this side. I am going to save that. And we're going to call that a little over half the episode. But let's put that in the bag, shall we? What do you reckon, guys? Are we happy with this? All right. Now what we're going to do is the fun bit with this bit too. Now this has to kind of do the same thing. Going to be at slightly a different height, but let's see how this goes, shall we? This one has got a much more aggressive slope on it to start with. This will be tricky, and I believe it's got a bit of an aggressive curve on it too. Oh, wish me luck, guys. I'm going in. So let's break not those. Let's not start with those. That makes no sense. Let's start with this. As you can see, we're miles off. We're going to need the width too, which is awkward. No, we got the right width. Leave the width alone. Length is what we need. Just to bring it down a touch. Look at the state of that gap. Needs must. That works because this is going to be filled in up here. I mean, it's a 2-height tunnel, but hey, you do. Otherwise, we like cut through the track. We're going to have to do some building blocks right here, that's for sure. Some super building blocks. Crazy. But then we can start jumping up. It's just this bridge is going to be really tricky due to its length. Shall we see how it goes, guys? I'm a little concerned looking at it right now. To be honest, I'm a lot worried. Right, let's do it. Actually, that's fine so far. Let's do the these filled in with no width. No, with width. The width was fine. Let's just keep going round then. Yes, we got some stepping. Don't mind that. Obviously, we hide that later on. No, then that's it. Don't continue any further. All right. Kind of happy with that. I mean, it looks. Remember, it looked a bit terrible for now. We've got to do some serious stuff down here, but that works. This might need to drop down a touch. Oh dear, where did I put that? It's just because we're now talking like serious angles and height difference. No, that works. Oh, what? I kind of like this. Oh, and then that's pointless. So let's get rid of that. There we go. This is going to take some work. We have to fill in a ginormous gap right here. But we're going to do it because I don't believe in giving up. So let's leave the width alone again. Let's get us this one, is it? No, not that one. The one next to it. And let's get our slope on. We're going to need plus, I think, because we're on the other side. There we go. Oh dear. I think I'm going to have to get a new mouse soon. This one's being a bit funky. Okay. Kind of works. Yes. That's about perfect. You're like, no, that's awful. No, that works. I'm taking it. I'm taking it as a good deal. Yes. Yeah, that kind of works. I mean, it's a bit steppy, but this is really, really steep. Brilliant. And then you can just kind of see the brickwork. I mean, I'm not sure about the steps. Is that because... Let's just test something here. Is it because we could have a slightly better curve? I mean, slope. Because that seems to look better to me. It is, but it shows through. However, do you know, though, it's not going over the track. That kind of looks cool. It gives it a bit of character. I'll take it. I'll take that all day, in fact. That looks kind of cool. Except that one. Doesn't look cool. Because it kind of levels out a bit. Because it's not a consistent slope, you see. We have to mess with this. Until we get it right. And I don't know what's going on here anymore. Alright guys, I like it and I'm taking it. That is okay. I'm going to try and fill this in now. So let's do that. This is where we're going to need our minus and our 4. We'll just go underneath at the same slope, whatever the slope was. Probably something like a 5. Alright, that took some faffing about. We've got like a girder going across here, made of stone, and it doesn't look too bad, does it? That's alright. Alright, let's level this out a bit. Now, are we going to have to go... Oh, I've got it on the, what we were doing. This needs to go up a touch. Is that right? Ooh, it's a bit low. Be higher. Nope, that's slope. Needs to be higher. How much higher? That slope's about right. Ah, but we've got a gap. Have I done the same thing? I've done the same thing, right? I think so. Right, you know what? I should have learnt from the first time I did this that you need to put these in first. And the slope's all sorts of wrong now. Yeah, you kind of need to put these in first, don't you? Well, I don't think they're high enough. That's the problem. Do we just get rid of all this, maybe? Is that what we did with these? Start with. Yeah, that kind of works. We'll do something with that middle bit too, I think. And that's more of a slope. Oh, and we're kind of... Oh dear. I think this is in the wrong place. And that slope, I'm not liking it at all. Oh, it's definitely not that. If anything, it'll be more than less. Oh, that just doesn't work, does it? What is going on? You know what? Stop messing with it. Let's get it in. Okay. It's sorted itself out. We've got some jaggies, but hey, what can you do? Now we need to start bringing the slope away. I mean, technically, you could, like, knock some height off, but the method for putting these in just isn't nice. This one's a bit weird. Oh, alright. No, that kind of does it. That kind of does it. I don't like this bit. I don't know what's going on with that. That is far too much of... I think we've got a wonky bit of track there. Okay, I'm obsessing. Stop it. Get going. Now, what are we going to do with that? Anything? I don't think it really needs anything, does it? I mean, it's pretty much done. We could have, like, a wall section going through here. Like, from this side. Maybe. I mean, that's an idea, right? We have one of these along here. Do we do that? What do you reckon, though, guys, so far? Has it been worth, like, an entire episode of me faffing around with this bridge? This viaduct? I think it looks better than it could have done if it was just a normal bridge. I mean, when you come down here... Now, here's what you need to think about. This is what it's going to have down here. Where's our freight? Like, these big old things are going to be sat down here. Like so. This is our main freight area down here. Kind of like that. But not a lot. Turn into Paul Daniels. That's cool. Let's not let's not stick it in the wall. How close are we there? I want to put this in, you see, just to get the final effect. See how we're looking. There. Does that do it? Oh yeah, there we go. So these are going to be down here with our freight yards here, and our trucks are going to be heading off and delivering all the way to around Birmingham and Aston, like there, and a few other places, just to give us a bit of a feel. Now let's take that off. What do you reckon? I mean, especially if you're coming down here, and what is it? Do you know, I like that. I like it. Because our freight one's going to be a bit higher and probably curved like this, because that's what we're going to have to get away with. Should we finish this then? Let's get this finished. Let's put these things in. I like the trees coming through here. A lot of them do have that. That is beautiful. I like this messiness going on where some of the bridge is covered in track and some isn't. I mean, the other thing is, right, you can delete a bit. You know? I like all this. This works. I mean, you could just delete the entire thing, right? Risky. I would like to know your thoughts on that. Should we delete some of these? Or is that too risky? Look at it. Wants to delete all the things. Grant, get your walls in, sir. People want to go to bed or or just want to see the end result. And you're messing about. Right. Oh, no, I've lost all my settings. That's fine. It's not really that difficult to get back, is it? We want this. We want that. Now, we can put these in here, which I think would be good, and make them a bit chunky. What do you think? Make these, like, kind of really chunky. Over there. Why is that? I've changed the width, and it's doing something a bit weird. That's not what... That's not what I did, but we can use the distance from track, right? Perhaps. Minus. No, that's just not enough, is it? Oh, maybe. We could... Oh, we could do it there. Right, we could go off this track. Oh, there we go. How? How's that a thing? How do you go... Oh, I see. There's a big F and a little f. Then you can... No. There. No. There. No. What are these for? I don't understand. Grand, take it. Oh, but we need the slope. You silly... I'm doing this a lot today. We need some slope. Let's do that. Is that about... That's about the slope. We need some height. Bring that in. Oh, it's got to be the other way. That's on the absolute maximum. We're going to have to make it... There. Now if we do... Oh, that. Has that got it? Yes. Well, that... Yeah, take that. I'm going to leave the bushes in, I think. Oddly. What sort of slope are we talking here? I kind of prefer this one. Because... it doesn't slope as much as that one. There. There we go. Take that. Okay, now we need a bit more. Probably have to dance around again with the slope, but fine. I mean, if you look on the other side, there's little bits. But until you can, like, draw walls on the side of track, that's what... we are taking whatever we can get. There we go. Still not bad, I like it. You'll see what I'm doing here in a second. Okay, are we losing some slope here? Possibly. As we start to flatten out. Yes. Beautiful. And then, this is going to be about the last one, isn't it? Now we need to make it skinnier. Well, we can make it shorter, right? I mean, just for this bit. Kind of overlap. Oh, length. Can we make it minus length? Make a little stubby one. Short. Yeah, there we go. Make it really short. Little stubber. Not a word, is it? Just there. Oh dear, look at it. It's on a ramp. How's that? Alright. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. We need to fill this in. I don't like this. Don't like that at all. Need to have a little think about that. You can probably hear the cogs whirring. If we're not over the bridge, so we can just go a bit crazy with it, right? That's what I'm thinking. We can just go a bit crazy with that. Yes. What happens if we just do this in the middle? Not that. Just the one of these. Like, it doesn't have to be massive. Just go normal width. But we'll go off the track sort of thing. Oh, you know, I'll take that. Come on, get in there. I want to take that. Get in. Oh, if it's not enough that we're working with bridges. Yes. No, that works totally. Get in. In. Can't see it though. This is really tricky. Really tricky. There's probably a better way to do this, but I'm kind of committed now. Can I just do it from this side? Would that make more sense? No, because of the stupid reverse bridge thing. Come on, just snap. Just do it. Oh dear, I should have done this first, shouldn't I? Because you can't... I know what you're saying, and you're right. If I delete those, then I can see it really easy. You're absolutely right, and I apologise. There we go. I just wanted to fill it in, that's all I wanted to do. But now I've got to put these back in. But it's okay. And now I've got all sorts of weird... Wow, that's not right, is it? Oh no, we've got to do this again. What happens... Because that doesn't look right, but this bit does. What happens if we just leave it like that, where it's joining? I know it's a bit of a cop-out, but it's kind of doing it, right? No, I don't like that at all. We could make them skinnier, though. I don't like that. Why did I not put them on a slope? Crazy man. I should have just put them on a slope. Put these on a slope, not those. These. Oh, I'm having a brain melt today. It's just been one of those days for me, I think. Through recording, the dog was barking and all sorts. Is that the right slope? Absolutely. Definitely not. But I think you're right. Those that were yelling, stop doing that. I think we can go higher still. I don't know why that's so off-center. No. Oh dear. It was tilting the right way, it's just not lined up correctly. We are going to make this work. That is straight though, and I'll take that all day. But it's not high enough, is it? No, it's not high enough. what we need to do is make it higher. Oh, I got it. And you know what? I'll take that showing through the track kind of thing. That's for sure. Because you don't want it perfect. It's an old bridge. Oh, get in there. Oh, look. It went in. It's in there. That's a bit too high, though, and cuts through the track. But kind of like it, because although that's close, I don't think it's going to... Oh, that's too close. It's too close. Does that work? Kind of does, doesn't it? We can fill in this... Yes. I like that. I kind of like that. That just shouldn't be sloped. Or less slope, I should say. Yeah, I like this. Quite a bit. And then no slope. And then it's got some, like, cool brickwork thing going on. I really like that. Look at that, guys. It's like fancy brickwork. Look, it's like a little path and stuff on the bridge. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Look at that. You make a little pattern. I mean, I know it's excessive, but it kind of looks cool. I don't want to see what it looks like underneath there, that's for sure. But I kind of like it. This, like, thing going on. Anyway, leave that alone. There we have it. I like this. I like this whole thing going on. I kind of like this empty now. I mean, it looks a bit weird, but it's designer. I'll give it that. That's a word for it. That was tough. Oh, maybe we can get away with going up here. The problem is we'd need to get a little bit closer to the track so that when we're up here... No, no. We can probably do one, right? Just there. I'm going to go away. I'm going to wall all this up and we're going to call this an episode and have a look at our fine work. And that took far too long. And I do apologise. What I should have done is done this off camera and saved it accidentally and tested all that. And then we should have had fun with this. But it only took like 30 minutes, not an entire episode. So, let me go do that, and then we'll wrap up, and then I'll promise never to do something so terrible again. Well, there we have it, guys. I am exhausted. That was a challenge and a half. Was it worth it? That's down to you to decide. Personally, I just deleted what... I've deleted something. Help. I deleted something. Oh dear. Ooh, do you know what that reminds me though? What if you have just a... No, just put it back. Grand. Why did you do it? I was all like excited to end this. Fix that. You are pro at this game. Oh, what's with the letter? No, just ignore me. There's nothing to do with the width, is it? Did I fix it? Did I fix it? Please tell me I fixed it. Yes. There we go. Anyway, as I was saying before I realised what I'd done, that's been an episode. And now it's about to be an official episode. Hopefully I don't break everything. Beautiful. All this is probably going to be concrete. Let's face it. Definitely official. An official... Wow, that was challenging. I don't think it looks overly bad down there. I think it looks kind of gorgeous. I do like this. There's a lot going on. When all of this is filled with freight and factories, We're going to put our own factories in there. This is where all the goods are going to come into Birmingham. Oh, there we have it. It doesn't look too bad. See what I did to sort this weirdness out in the middle. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's way better. I put these on that side too. They're a bit wonky in places, but it is what it is. I mean, wouldn't you just prefer to draw a line around to follow the track? But I think that's kind of beautiful. And we go over here. When we are on the West Coast mainline cab rides, that will look nice with trains going over it, I think. It'll look pretty beautiful. I think we sit here somewhere and watch a train go over our new bridge, our new viaduct. And it looks kind of cool. I like this effect we have here with the... I wonder, just a quick finish, I wonder if we can, in fact... Oh, it was almost. We can do it round the end there, right, though? Kind of like that. Let's get this in. Something relaxing. I like it, guys. I like it. It took some work, but it's in. Took some work. That has been episode 4. One to forget or one to remember? I don't know. At the moment, I am just shattered. Literally. Well and truly. That took everything out of me, and it maybe shouldn't have. Let's put some pretties in here that are far easier, shall we? Because boy do I deserve it. There we go. Goodness me. I mean, it all works though. Look at it. It works. Big old freight station coming next week. That should round us off for this area, and then we can move on. I will do some road works around here, get the infrastructure in, close as I can. Then we'll decide what we're doing around here next week. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I really do. I hope I can edit that into something manageable. I really do. So let's hit play, shall we? We haven't done it all episode. We're in... Oh, we're almost into July. We'll look at... I can hear them. Let's go a bit higher. Let's hide this. If you're new to the series... Oh no, where you going? Oh, where you go? Well, I mean, that's cool, right? I mean, it's cool, but you're on the wrong thing. Let's just make sure... Okay, let's just make sure. Can't see a thing now. Beautiful. This is the ending I wished for. Do you know why, don't you? Because we lost our waypoint signal. Let's tidy this up, Grand. Don't end it there where it's... You've made a pig's ear of everything. Let's put one there. One there. Let's make them one way. Because it was nice until you got your grubby mitts all over it. We might as well have a signal leaving the station, right? Yes, because we don't have one. And it would look kind of cool. Sat about... That's not signals. Sat about there on the viaduct. Looks amazing. Stick that as one way. And we stick this as one way. Like, no, you can't. What have I got selected? Oh, I've got the... Good job, Gran. Good job. See, I'm flustered. I'm flustered. I'm exhausted. I like them coming up here now. I mean, we built it. Use it. Right, the cross-city line. From Birmingham, you need to go via this signal right here that we can't see anymore. I know I can zoom out, but there we go. I think we've got enough trains on here. Do we have one leaving Birmingham? We do. Let's wrap up. Let's find a nice place to sit. Just so we can look out towards the viaduct. And see that viaduct. I mean, it's alright. I like it. Let's hide this again, but this time do it right. Don't spot anything else, Grand. End the episode. There is our train. Okay. Once again, if you're new to the series, please subscribe for more of this mayhem. Like or dislike on this one, I'm not sure personally either. I kind of like the end result. I'm not sure how it's going to edit together. That's for you to decide. Thanks for watching, guys. And for the final time, this episode, we get to see a train go over this viaduct, maybe. What an episode. And until next time, take care.